Everyone, today I will read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Chapter 1: The Worst Birthday. Worst là có nghĩa là tệ nhất. Not for the first time, a German had broken out over breakfast at number 4 Private Drive. A German có nghĩa là tranh luận. Mr. Vernon Dursley had been working in the early hours of morning by a loud, hooting noise from his nephew Harry's room. Nephew là cháu trai. Third time this week, he rolled across the table. If you can control that hour, you have to go. Control có nghĩa là kiểm soát. She bored, he said. She used to flying around outside. If I could just let her out at night. Do I look stupid? Sneered Uncle Vernon, a bit of fried egg dangling from his bushy mustache. Bushes có nghĩa là bụi rậm. I know what will happen if that hour lets out. He exchanged dark looks with his wife, Petunia. Exchange có nghĩa là trao đổi. Harry tried to argue back, but his words were drowned by a long, loud belch from Dursley's son, Dudley. I want more bacon. Bacon có nghĩa là thịt ba chỉ. There's more in the frying pan, sweet Thomas, said Aunt Petunia, turning misty eyes on her massive son. We must pull you up while we have got the change. I don't like the style of that school food. Nonsense, Petunia. I never went hungry when I was at Maltese, said Uncle Vernon heartily. Dudley, get enough, don't you, son? Dudley, who was so large in his bottom, brought over either side of the kitchen chair, grinned and turned to Harry. Bottom có nghĩa là đáy. Pass the frying pan. Frying pan có nghĩa là chảo chiên. You have forgotten the magic word, said Harry irritably. Forgotten có nghĩa là đã quên. The effect of these simple sentences on the rest of the family was incredible. Dudley gasped and fell off his chair with a crash that shook the whole kitchen. Miss Dudley gave a small scream and clapped her hands to her mouth. Scream có nghĩa là hét. Mayor Dursley jumped to his feet, was throbbing in his temple. Temple có nghĩa là đền, thờ. I mean, please, say Harry quickly. I didn't mean. What have I told you? thundered his uncle, spraying spit over the table, about saying the magic word in our house. But how dare you threaten Dudley? Threaten có nghĩa là hăm dọa. Roared Uncle Vernon, pounding the table with his fist. I warn you, I will not tolerate mention of your abnormality under this roof. Harry started from his purple-faced uncle to his poor aunt, who was trying to have Dudley to his feet.
All right, said Harry, all right. Uncle Vernon sat back down, breathing like a winged rhinoceros, and watching Harry closely out of the corner of his small, sharp eyes. Rhinoceros có nghĩa là tê giác. Closely có nghĩa là chặt chẽ. Ever since Harry had come home for the summer holidays, Uncle Vernon had been treating him like a bomb that might go off at any moment because Harry Potter was a normal boy. As a matter of fact, he was as not normal là có nghĩa là bình thường, as is as possible to be. Harry Potter was a wizard fresh from his first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizards Thrive. Wizards có nghĩa là phù thủy, and if the Dursley were unhappy to have him back for the holidays, it was nothing to how Harry felt. Felt có nghĩa là cảm thấy. He missed Howard so much it was like having a constant stomach ache. He missed the castle with a secret passageways and ghosts. His classes so perhaps not Snape, the potion master, the mail arriving by hour, eating penguins in the great hall, sleeping in his four-poster bed in Tower Dormitory, visiting the gamekeeper. Gamekeeper có nghĩa là người chơi cho dormitory có nghĩa là ký túc xá. Hagrid in his cabin next to the Forbidden Forest. Forbidden có nghĩa là cấm. In the grounds and especially witches, the most popular sport in wizarding world. Six tall goal posts for flying balls and 14 players on broomstick. Harry spellbook là spellbook có nghĩa là sách giáo khoa. His wand, Rose Cauldron, and top of the line numbers 2,000 broomsticks that being locked in a cupboard under the stairs by Uncle Vernon the instant Harry had come home. What did the Dursley care if Harry lost his place on the House Witches team because he hadn't practiced all summer? What was it to be the Dursley if Harry went back to school without any of homework done? The Dursley were that wizards called muggles, not a drop of magical blood in their minds. And as far as they were concerned, having a wizard in the family was a matter of the spice. Same Uncle Vernon had ever padlocked Harry our Hedwig inside her cage là lồng, to stop her from carrying message to anyone in the wizarding world. Harry looked nothing like the rest of the family. Uncle Vernon was large and necklace with enormous and black mustache. Enormous có nghĩa là khổng lồ. Aunt Petunia was horse-faced and punny. Dudley was blonde, pink, and pucky. Harry, on the other hand, was small and skinny with brilliant grey eyes and jet black hair that was always untidy. Untidy là không gọn gàng. He wore round glasses and on his forehead was a thin, lightning-shaped scare. It was this scare that made Harry so particular and unusual even for a wizard. The scare was only height of Harry very mysterious past of the reason he had been left on the Dursley doorstep 11 years before. At the age of 1 year, Harry has somehow survived a curse from the greatest dark sorcerer of all time, Lord Voldemort, whose name was most witches and wizards still fear to speak. Harry's parents had died in Voldemort attack. Attack có nghĩa là tấn công, but Harry has escaped with his lightning skin somehow. Nobody understood why Voldemort's power had been destroyed the instant he had failed to kill Harry. So Harry had been brought up by his dead mother, sister, and her husband. He has spent 10 years with Dursley, never understanding why he kept making all things happen without meaning to, believing the Dursley story that he got his scar in the car crash that had killed his parents. And then exactly a year ago, Hogwarts had written to Harry, and the word story had come out. Harry had taken up his place at Wizard School, where he and his school were famous. But now the school year was over, and he was back with the Dursley for the summer, back to being treated like a dog that had rolled in something smelly. The Dursley hadn't even remembered that today happening to the Harry's 12th birthday. Of course, his half hadn't been high there. They never gave him a real present, let alone a cake, but ignored it completely. At the moment, Uncle Vernon cleared his throat importantly and said, "Now, as we all know, today is a very important day." Harry looked up, hardly daring to believe it. Believe có nghĩa là tin. This could well be the day I make was the biggest deal of my career. Career có nghĩa là nghề. Said Uncle Vernon. Harry went back to his toast. Of course, he thought bitterly. Bitterly có nghĩa là cay đắng. Uncle Vernon was talking about the stupid dinner party he'd been talking of nothing else for 2 weeks. Some rich builder and his wife were coming to the dinner, and Uncle Vernon was hoping to get a huge order from him. Uncle Vernon's company makes drills. I think we should run through the schedule one more time. Schedule có nghĩa là lịch trình. Say Uncle Vernon, we should all be in position at 8 o'clock. Petunia, you will be in the lodge. Say Aunt Petunia promptly, waiting to welcome them graciously to our house. Nghĩa là ân cần quay. Good, graciously có nghĩa là ân cần. Good, and Dudley, I will be waiting to open the door. Dudley put on a false, simple smile. Smile có nghĩa là cười. May I take your coat, Mother and Miss Mason? They will love him, cried Aunt Petunia rapturously. Excellent, Dudley, said Uncle Vernon. Then he rolled on Harry. And you? I'll be in my bedroom making no noise and pretending I'm not here, said Harry tonelessly. Exactly, said Uncle Vernon nastily. I will lead them into lodge, introduce you, Petunia, and pour them drinks. Pour có nghĩa là đổ. At 8:15, are you almost dinner? Say Aunt Petunia. And Dudley, you will say, may I take you through to the dining room, Miss Mason? Say Dudley, offering his fat arm to an invisible woman. Invisible có nghĩa là vô hình. My perfect little gentleman, sniffed Aunt Petunia. And you? Said Uncle Vernon viciously to Harry. I'll be in my room making no noise and pretending I'm not here. Not there, said Harry Dudley. Precisely. Now we should arm to get in a few good compliments at dinner. Petunia, any ideas? Vernon, tell me you are a wonderful golfer. Mr. Mason, do tell me where you picked your dress, Miss Mason. Perfect, Dudley. How about you? We had to write an essay about our hero at school. Mr. Mason, I wrote about you. This was too much for both Aunt Petunia and Harry. Aunt Petunia burst into tears and hurt her son. Tear có nghĩa là nước mắt. Hurt có nghĩa là ôm ấp. While Harry ducked under the table so they wouldn't see him laughing. And you, boy, Harry fought to keep his face straight and his emergence. I'll be in my room making no noise, pretending I'm not here, not there, he said. Too right, you will say, Uncle Vernon. Firstly, the Mason don't know anything about you and is going to stay that way. When dinner's over, you take Mrs. Mason back to lodge for coffee. Petunia and I will bring the subject around to drills. With any luck, I will have the deal signed and sealed before the news are 10. Be shopping for vacation home in Machoker this time tomorrow. Tomorrow có nghĩa là ngày mai. Harry couldn't feel too excited about this. He didn't think the Dursley would like him any better in Machoker than they did on Private Drive. Right, I'm off into town to pick up the dinner jacket for Dudley and me. And you, he stared at Harry, you stay out of your aunt's way while she's cleaning. Harry leaped through the back door was brilliant. Có nghĩa là tuyệt vời. Sunny day, he crossed the lawn, stumbling down on the garden bench and sat under his breath. Bench có nghĩa là ghế bành. Sang là đã hát, breath là thở. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. No cards, no present, and he would be spending the evening pretending not to exist. Exist là trốn thoát. He gazed miserable into the hedge. He had never felt so lonely more than anything else at Hogwarts. More even than playing Quidditch. Harry missed his best friend Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger. They, however, didn't seem to be missing him at all. Neither of them had written to him all summer, even though Ron had said he was going to ask Harry to come and stay. Countless time. Countless có nghĩa là vô số. Harry had been on the point of unlocking Hedwig's cage by magic and sending her to Ron and Hermione with a letter, but it wasn't worth the risk. Underage wizards weren't allowed to use magic outside of school. Harry hadn't told Dursley this. He knew it was only their sorrow that he might turn them all into dumb pillows that stopped them from locking him in the cupboard on the stair with his sword and broomstick. For the first couple of weeks back, Harry had enjoyed muttering nonsense words under his breath and watching Dudley tearing out of the room as fast as his fat legs were carrying him. But the long silence from Ron and Hermione had made Harry feel so cut off the magical world that even thoughting Dudley had lost its appeal. And now Ron and Hermione had forgotten his birthday. What would he give now for a message from Hogwarts, from any witch or wizard? He did almost be glad of a sight his archenemy, Draco Malfoy, just to be sure it had all been a dream. Not that his whole year at Hogwarts had been fun. At the very end of last term, Harry had come face to face with none other than Lord Voldemort himself. Voldemort might be a run of his former self, but he was still terrified, still cunning, still determined to regain power. Harry had slipped through Voldemort's clutches for a second time, but it had been narrow escape, and even now, weeks later, Harry kept walking in the night, drenched in cold sweat, wondering where Voldemort was now. Remembering his livid face, his wide-mad eyes, Harry suddenly sat bolt upright on the garden bench. He had been staring absent-mindedly into H, and the H was staring back to Animal's green eyes and has appeared among the leaves. Harry jumped to his feet just a cheering voice floated across the lawn.
I know what day is it, said Sam Dudley, walking toward him. The hedge-eye blinked and vanished. What? Said Harry, not taking his eye off the spot where they had been. I know what day is it, Dudley repeated. Come right up to him. Well done, said Harry. So you have finally learned the days of the week. Today's your birthday, sneered Dudley. How come you haven't got any cards? Haven't you even got friends at the frick place? Better not let your mom hear you talking about my school, said Harry coolly. Dudley hitched up his trousers, which were slipping down his fat bottom. Why are you staring at the H? He says suspiciously. I'm trying to decide what would be best smell to set it on fire, said Harry. Dudley stumbled backward at once, and a look of bitterness on his fat face. You can't. Dad told you are not to do magic. He said he will chuck you out of the house, and you haven't got anywhere else to go. You haven't got any friends to take you. Chicory pockery, said Harry in fierce voice. Hocus pocus, wiggly wiggly. Mom, howled Dudley, tripping over his feet as she dashed back toward the house. "Mom, he's doing, you know that." Harry paid dearly for his moment of fun, as neither Dudley nor the hedge were in any way hurt. Aunt Petunia knew he hadn't really done magic, but he still had to die as he aimed a heavy ball at his head with the soppy frying pan. Then she gave him work to do, with the promise he would eat again until he did finish. While Dudley rolled around watching and eating ice cream, Harry cleaned the window, washed the car, moved the lawn, trimmed the flower beds, pruned and watered the grass, and repainted the garden bench. The sun blazed overhead, burning the back of his neck. Harry knew he shouldn't have risen to Dudley paint, but Dudley had said the very thing Harry would been thinking himself. Maybe he didn't have any friend at Hogwarts with the cushy, famous Harry Potter now, he thought savagely.
Savagely có nghĩa là dã man as. He spread manure on the flower beds, his back arching, sweat running down his face. It was 7:30 in the evening when at last exhausted he heard Aunt Petunia calling him. "Get in here and work on the newspaper." Harry moved gladly into the scene of gleaming kitchen on top of the fridge, so tonight putting a whole amount of whipping cream, a sugared violet, a lot of roast pork was sizzling in the oven. "Eat quickly, the mansions will be here soon," said Aunt Petunia, pointing to 2 slats of bread and a lump of cheese on the kitchen table. She was already wearing a salmon pink cocktail dress. Harry watched his hand pout down his beautiful supper. The moment he had finished, Aunt Petunia was away his plate. "Upstairs, hurry!" As he passed the door to the living room, Harry caught a glimpse of Uncle Vernon and Dudley in parties at dinner jacket. He had only reached the upstairs landing when the doorbell rang, and Uncle Vernon's furious face appeared at the foot of the stairs. "Remember, boy, one down." Harry rushed to his room on tiptoe, slipped inside, closed the door, and turned to collapse on his bed. The trouble was there was already someone sitting on it. Goodbye, teacher. Thank you for listening.